Who do you think is the most retarded public figure?
Whoa, the most retarded public figure? So we're beefing now.
Are you a race traitor?
Whoa, okay, we're starting off hot here. And you're sitting here as a leader of the country saying you have to put this in your body, or you can't work, you can't travel, you can't go to restaurants with your friends. Like, that is the most absurd thing to me ever. Everybody gets something planted in their minds from God, but I think majority of people just don't listen. The most, like, idiotic public figure, in my mind, is definitely...
Do you think you're truthful with your content and such with what you say that take away opportunities in your life? Like, you won't get this amount of money, you won't get that because you say this, which upsets their agenda.
I'm about to do my second interview ever. I've been on other podcasts, I've done my own solo podcast, but I've only done one of the Otherwise podcasts, at least at the filming of this video. Today, I'm gonna do episode 2 of the Otherwise podcast. Enjoy.
Tyson Hockley, welcome to the Otherwise podcast. So,
appreciate it, brother. Thank you for having me on.
Oh yeah, no worries. Are you a race traitor?
Whoa, okay, we're starting off hot here. Am I a race trader? I think that anybody that would consider me to be a race trader is, like, very, very low IQ. I mean, all I ever did was look into the religion of Islam. I mean, obviously, Sonny fully reverted to Islam, and people call him a race trader. That's stupid, too. Like, how does going on your own quest to try to find God in your own way, how does that make you a traitor to your race? Like, don't you think that God is, like, bigger than race? Like, that's probably the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Oh, you're a race traitor for looking into Islam. Like, you should be allowed to look into other things, and then maybe you look into Islam and you're like, okay, that's not true, I'm going to be a Christian. Oh, but you're a race traitor for even considering it? So am I a race traitor? Absolutely not. And I think that's probably the dumbest thing that people will... I mean, obviously you've probably seen comments, like, people call me that all the time, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's incredibly... just a stupid thing, honestly.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I just see that everywhere. I see people calling you a race traitor, especially from Hermes. You know Hermes? That's how you say his name, right? Of course.
Yeah,
I think he's the biggest guy that says you're a race traitor, but...
yeah.
I was just thought I'd start out heavy. Wonder what you would say about that. And I actually, I saw a recent video from you. It was when you were in that room. I forget who was all there, but Fresh from Fresh and Fit, Jack Doherty was there. Gary's the number guy, right? They everyone was like laughing at you for looking into Islam. And I made a comment on that. I was like, should he not? Like, should someone just not research? Like, should someone just stay confined into whatever they believe? Like, what if you believe something that's wrong? If you never figure out the other religions, you'll never know that yours is the best, right?
That's so true. And then people like Hermes would be like, oh, what about your ancestors? You're disrespecting your ancestors for looking at Islam. It's okay. Is it possible that your ancestors could have been wrong, though? Like, what? Just because your ancestors believe something, you have to believe the same thing? Like, these people are in, like, such, like, a box, and, like, they're not able to think outside of that, you know?
Yeah, are you a Muslim, then?
So, I wouldn't really sound like any religion at all right now. Like, I wouldn't consider myself to be Christian or Muslim. However, I think that Islam is, like, a very, like, beautiful religion. I think Christianity is, too. Like, a lot of people don't even know. I kind of, like, used to be Christian. Like, I have this cross on my desk. Ooh, nice. I've had it for, like, a couple of years. My parents got it for me for Christmas. And I think that, like, there's definitely a lot of power behind Jesus. I was even talking to Sonny about this, too. He's like, do you ever, like, think about, like, Christianity and stuff like that? And, yeah, he was like, there's like a lot of power behind Jesus. Like, even Sonny, who's Muslim, was like, yeah, there's undoubtedly aura behind Jesus. Now, does that necessarily mean that he's God? Like, not necessarily, but there's 100% a lot of power behind Jesus in the name of Jesus Christ. Like, anytime you bring up the name Jesus Christ, like you're gonna piss a lot of people off. Like it's almost like the name Jesus Christ like brings out demons in people, and people start getting angry. They start, throwing things out, calling you names. So there's 100% something powerful behind the name of Jesus. I don't know if that means he's God. I don't know. Yeah. But there's definitely aura behind Jesus Christ for sure.
Yeah, that's a solid answer. I agree with what you're saying. I am a Christian, and I'm not a Muslim hater. I think there's too much Muslim hate. I actually think that people treat them as if they're the enemy to the West.
Right.
But I feel like there are other people, and there is a bigger religion that is more so the enemy to the West. I don't think they're the enemy, and I don't think they're the enemy to Christianity. But I still am a Christian, and I think Christianity is better. But as a whole, I think that the Muslim or the Islam religion isn't negative to a society.
Yeah, exactly. Like Sharia law, everybody's so scared of Sharia law. Okay, Sharia law says, okay, don't go out there and be a whore, don't be promiscuous, don't be a degenerate. Sharia law is basically just like, okay, follow God and be moral. Like, obviously there's some crazy stuff like, okay, a burqa, like every girl has to wear a burqa. I don't really agree with that because I think that is kind of like an impediment of freedom. But, I mean, it's not like it's some big, like, scary thing. Sharia law is basically, okay, follow God and don't be a degen. And, like, obviously people are going to be like, whoa, like, that's the scariest thing ever, right? But it's basically just, like, follow God. You're just God maxing. And do I agree with all of it? Like I said, like, I don't agree with all of it, because I think that we should have freedom, ultimately, to not have to, like, wear, like, headscarves and stuff like that. Okay, fair. But, like, Sharia law is not some, like, scary, like, demon monster that we need to, like, be petrified about,
How old were you when you started YouTube?
Yeah, so I think I was like 4. No, I was 12.
Just to clarify, that's what you started, right? When you started creating, was with YouTube?
Yeah. So YouTube, I was 12. It was like right in 2020. Baseball got shut down. School got shut down. There's like this really big baseball tournament, the Little League World Series. And my park in Canada was hosting like the tournament right before that, the Canadians. So we got like a buy into the Canadians. So if we won that, we would have gone to the Little League World Series. And that was like my biggest dream, my biggest goal, because I wanted to be a professional baseball player. Like I was really into baseball, wanted to go to the MLB. And then COVID happened, that got shut down. I was like, okay, so what do I do? Like I was kind of having like a midlife crisis at 12. And I saw other YouTubers that were out there killing it. I'm like, damn, like this looks like a fun lifestyle. I kind of want to live that, like travel whenever you want, work whenever you want, do fun content with your friends. Like who doesn't want to live that life? So I went from wanting to be a professional baseball player to wanting to be a YouTuber. And instead of like thinking about it and be like, okay, what if, okay, people might think this is cringe or whatever, I just hopped right into it. I made a 24-hour challenge on my roof. I started like reviewing my shoes.
I saw that.
You saw that, yeah, and like reviewing my Yeezys, Ultra Boost and stuff like that. Just like throwing really shit content out there, but like I had so much fun making it, and I felt like I was kind of pursuing my dreams, because I was. And I feel like I like to say a lot, I'm like kind of the kid that never outgrew the YouTuber phase. Because a lot of people went through a phase of wanting to be a YouTuber, and this for me has been like a 5-year phase, right? Like I never outgrew the YouTuber phase in a sense. So yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's the same for me, because all of my siblings, I have 2 older siblings, both of them have had YouTube and have had like YouTube channels and such all growing up in my life, and they both grew out of that phase. But I think I'm going to be the only one that just sticks with, that's not a phase for me, right? Yeah. The online presence is, I'm going to continue going with that. That's for sure.
It's interesting too, because people like Hudson will talk about, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Hudson Cosper.
No, I am. Through you. Only through you.
Yeah, and he talks about like how like God plants like a vision inside of you. And it's kind of interesting, because I was kind of like, when you say that, I'm kind of like thinking like, okay, 2020, my vision was I want to be a professional baseball player in the MLB. Yeah. And then for some reason, like a global pandemic, who would have thought, like, that's the most random thing ever. And it's almost like God's way of saying, okay, MLB is cool, but that's not your path. And then God planted that vision of, okay, you could go over here, you could do YouTube, you could inspire others. And I acted on that, and now here I am. It's crazy, like, how far it's taken me. So when Hudson says, okay, God plants like a vision in your mind, it's really cool to like kind of like trace your steps back and think and be like, damn, like God really did plant that in my mind. And it's like, where would I have been if I didn't pursue that? Like, I probably would be lost, right? And I think everybody gets something planted in their minds from God, but I think majority of people just don't listen. Majority of people are scared to go against the grain. Like, they think that they should go to college because their parents think they should, their friends are all going, and maybe they have a vision to do something else, but that's scary to pursue, so they never pursue it. And that's how you get lost in life, right? So you just have to God max again, and you have to pursue that vision that God gave you, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. Are you planning to be a music artist at all?
A music artist? I mean, you're probably talking about the one music video I made, right?
The Dogecoin, yeah.
Yeah, so you've really done your research.
Not really. I just kind of looked. I just kind of clicked oldest and just watched a couple of your old ones there.
I'ma have 10K on YouTube, watch it manifest. Just a couple more months and I'll be counting bread. Anything standing in my way, I'll chop off its head. Shiba Inu, better watch out and invest. Flipping Dogecoin just like a patty.
Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of people that know me now, because obviously I've just kind of popped off in the last like year or two, so a lot of people don't even know that I did that. But yeah, I was really into the Shiba Inu in like grade 9. I think I was like 14. I was like 14 years old when I made that song. But I kind of just do that with a friend for fun. Obviously, I'm not like actually trying to be like a rapper. But,
I know.
Like back then, I kind of was like, okay, this could be fun, you know, because it's not hard to do. Like, it's not hard to make music. I don't know. I mean, the life is so random, so who knows one day. But yeah, that's funny you bring that up because like pretty much nobody even knows that I did that. So,
what do you think? Who do you think is the most retarded public figure?
Whoa, the most retarded public figure? So we're beefing now. I'd have to think about that. There's a lot. Like, there's a lot, right? I would say maybe Justin Trudeau, former Prime Minister of Canada. But now it's kind of like Mark Carney's kind of like competing for that position, so...
Yeah, he's competing for the most retarded one, for sure.
Yeah. I'd say before is definitely Justin Trudeau, because I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Freedom Convoy, right? Like the truckers that went to Ottawa.
Aware of that, yeah.
Against the vaccine mandates. And remember what Trudeau said? He called them a small fringe minority. He called them racist. He picked up one person in the crowd that was obviously like a paid agitator that had a swastika flag and tried to paint them all as Nazis. When you have a leader of a country that's pushing that much division, small fringe minority, they're a bunch of Nazis. What are you doing? You're inspiring other people to hate their fellow neighbor, hate their fellow Canadian. So thanks to Justin Trudeau, we had so much division around that. And what did the truckers want to do? Okay. They don't want to put a vaccine in their body for whatever reason. That's up to them. And you're sitting here as a leader of the country saying, you have to put this in your body or you can't work, you can't travel, you can't go to restaurants with your friends. Like, that is the most absurd thing to me ever. And the fact that we even got like to that point as Canadians is just absolutely like disgusting and despicable. So the most like idiotic public figure in my mind is definitely Justin Trudeau. Like, how are you going to be the leader of a country and you don't know the first thing about leadership, you know?
Yeah, I will say that Justin Trudeau won with the presidential figure. That's
bro,
for
you gotta
sure.
watch for YouTube, bro. YouTube be cutting out words like this.
No, I'll definitely cut that out. But anyway, do you think you're honest to your detriment? And why would you be if you are?
What do you mean? Like, I admit like so many things that like it hurts me in a sense?
No. I mean, do you think you're truthful with your content and such, with what you say, that take away opportunities in your life? Like, you won't get this amount money, you won't get that because you say this, which upsets their agenda. Do you
100%.
What do you think
I mean, you've even seen me like go back and forth with the people that are like super like racist or whatever. Okay, obviously, if I fully leaned into like the racist grift and started being like actually racist, I'll fuck black people, whatever, I would pop off so hard. Think about it, I have like Nick liking me, I'd have like Gypsy, all these people, all these like huge people would be like promoting me. I'd be probably at like 60, 70,000 on Twitter right now. But, like, I just don't believe in that, right? Like, I think that two wrongs don't make a right. And obviously, white people are getting shit on a lot, and I will speak up about that. And there are a lot of black people that are racist towards white people, look down on white people, think that they're oppressors or whatever. But two wrongs don't make a right. Like, are you supposed to be like, okay, well, fuck you then? Like, that just, like, never works out, right? So, I'm not saying, like, be a cuck. I'm not saying be weak if you're white. Like, obviously, stand up for yourself. Be like, okay, I'm white. I'm proud to be white. There's nothing wrong with being white. But that doesn't mean you have to hate people, right? Like, that's just so stupid. But I could lean into that. I could fully lean into that because that's popular right now. I could lean into the racist grift and probably double, triple my following. But but I won't do it because like I just genuinely don't believe in that, you know?
Yeah. On this topic, do you think that black people can't be racist?
Can't be racist? No, they could absolutely be racist. Like what? Like everybody could be racist. And you even see, honestly, I think a lot of black people are more racist to white people in 2025 than white people are racist to black people. Because black people have been brought up thinking like white people are like oppressors, they're holding you down, you know, oh, they had slaves, they're terrible people, they're all racist. So that kind of obviously is going to breed hatred towards white people. Everybody can be racist against everybody, of course. And that doesn't mean it's okay. And two wrongs don't make a right. So in an ideal world, nobody's racist towards anybody.
Yeah. No, for sure. If an Asian person lived in Canada, are they automatically Canadian?
Well, that's a good question. Depends if they're like born in Canada and if they like learn the English language and actually care about Canada and adapt to Canadian values. But like say they just like came to Canada, they take it for granted, they don't even learn English, I would not consider them to be Canadian. And I think like Hermes or somebody asked me the same question about like Indians or whatever. And it's like, okay, an Indian could be Canadian if they care about Canada, they learn English, and they actually like respect the country and they're hardworking. But if they come here and they're still speaking Indian, they're shitting on the streets, they don't give a fuck about like Canada, then you get your ass back to India, like you're not Canadian, right? So yes, other people can be Canadian, but like not like unlimited, right? Like obviously there's limits, like respect the country you're in. That's not racist to say. Like you should come here and you should learn English. Like I remember I was like 8 years old in like Chinatown with my mom, and I was like, isn't this Canada? Like this isn't China. And my mom was like, whoa, like don't say that. So I guess you could say like intrinsically I've had this like kind of belief since I was super young. Because they're all like speaking Asian and stuff or speaking Chinese. It's like, bro, you're in Canada, you know, like let's Canada max if we're in Canada, like respect the country you're in. I wouldn't expect there to be a Canada town in China where everybody's speaking English and all the like locals are confused, right? Like respect the country that you're in. If I were to ever move to China, you know, damn sure I'd be learning Chinese, you know, so it's not that crazy to ask.
Yeah. So my next question is, if a white individual lives in China, are they automatically Chinese?
I mean, literally the same thing, right? Like, do they care about China? Are they speaking Chinese? Are they integrating into the Chinese culture? Okay, if yes, then yes. But if they don't give a shit about China, if they're disrespectful, if they won't take the time to learn Chinese, well, no, you're just a Canadian in China. Like, you haven't integrated into the Chinese culture at all.
Would you say the N-word to end world hunger?
I mean, obviously. I mean, I say it all the time, just not on camera. Like, yeah, like, I don't say the N-word on camera because, like, that's divisive, that's not, like, optimal for society, that's gonna make people angry, but obviously I say it all the time with my boys, and, like, that should not, like, piss you off. Like, you know, like, I would say it to, like, is there people that would not say it to solve world hunger? Like, you're telling me there'd be people that'd be like, oh, I won't say that word to solve world hunger? Like, that's a crazy question. I mean, obviously, yeah.
Yeah. Who's the most popular or who's the person with the biggest audience that you collaborated with your trip in Miami there that you just got back from?
Okay, so obviously I had the Sneeko podcast, but that was in New York. So you're asking Miami. Miami, I'd say it's like a mix between Gary, Myron. That was huge with Myron. That was awesome. Jack Dougherty, obviously, Hermes. Those are like kind of the main people that I was around. I guess you could say like the biggest people I was around. Obviously I was around a couple others, but yeah, no, that was kind of cool. That was so weird. Gary was like, hey, I got a place for content. And I was like, okay, bet. He told me some people are pulling up. And as soon as I got there, he's like, oh, by the way, Jack Dougherty is pulling up and Clavicular's pulling up. I was like, what the fuck? Clavicular ended up bailing on that because apparently like he knew Gary was there and like he had that beef with Gary. And then Clav always says like, oh, Tyson, you're talking shit about me with Gary and all those people after I rejected your street interview. But it's like, no, I did that stream with Gary the day before I even saw you on the streets for the street interview, and I wasn't talking shit. If you watch the video, I was defending you. I was saying you're cool. I was saying like you're funny. I respect your character. Maybe I don't agree with like kind of the extreme stuff like bone smashing, putting makeup on, okay. But that whole room was dissing you, Clav, and I was defending you. So, I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. I mean, he probably just sees that, like, okay, this guy's 1 year younger than me. This guy's obviously on the come up. This guy's had Sneeko on the pod, having Tate on the pod. This guy's killing it. And I had to, like, smash my face to get here. This guy's doing it naturally. So, obviously, that's going to arise some insecurity. It is what it is. But I always defended Clavicular, so it is what it is. But, yeah, he was supposed to pull up to that house. A lot of people don't know that. But he bailed because of Gary. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, who is Gary? I don't know much about that guy.
Yeah, so Gary's leader of GG33, which is like a numerology kind of group. And yeah, it basically just like promotes like numerology and stuff like that. A lot of people don't like him for some reason. It is what it is. I think he's a good guy. I got the opportunity to go to dinner with him after going on the 305 podcast for the second time. Last time I was in Miami. And yeah, no, Gary's chill. A lot of people have mixed opinions about him, of course. But no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Did he get Clavicular banned from YouTube?
Yeah, so I don't actually know. And even like Clav's manager was like texting me like, yo, like, is this true? Like, Gary got Clav banned. And he hinted at it on the podcast, right? He was like, oh, yeah, YouTubes are important, you know? Wonder who did that, you know? Like that type of energy. I don't know. Like, I don't know. When Gary said that on the podcast with me, I was confused. I was like, yo, what are you saying right now? Like, are you saying you got him banned? So, yeah. I mean, Gary is a very powerful guy, so maybe. But I will say this too, like, as much as I love and respect Gary, I don't really agree with anybody getting banned. Like, I think that we should be freedom of speech maxing, especially in America. Like, you should not get banned. Like, Clav is a terrible influence for the youth, but I still don't think he should get banned. Like, it is freedom of speech at the end of the day. But, I mean, as to if Gary had anything to do with that, I don't know. So I can't really comment on that too much.
Yeah, I would say that sounded very Jewish of Gary there. That's all I can say. Like,
I'm not
fair
even,
enough.
I'm not even
like,
that would be
yeah,
that is, I guess you could say, kind of Jewish. But like I said, like, I don't even know if Gary did that. Like, I think Gary might have just been joking on the podcast, or he might have been clip farming. I don't really know, to be honest.
Yeah, this kind of ties into Gary and such, but there's a persistent rumor that you're backed or controlled by Jewish handlers. What would you say to that?
I know. People think just because they see me with Gary that I have a Jewish manager, Jewish handlers, which is like the funniest, like, most ridiculous thing ever. Like, okay, so I do content with Gary. I like Gary. We're kind of like, I guess you could say, somewhat of friends in the industry. Like, obviously, he's helped me out a ton, but Gary is not my manager. And just, okay, he happens to be Jewish. Like, a lot of these people, like, obviously Israel's doing terrible things, but some of these people are schizo. They're like, oh, this guy's Jewish, you shouldn't do anything with him just because he's Jewish. It's like, okay, that's stupid. Like, that's dumb. Like, you're gonna say, oh, don't do a podcast with this guy because he's Jewish. Like, it's the stupidest thing ever. So, no, Gary's not my manager. I don't have any Jewish handlers. This is just another thing that people say to try to, like, discredit me. People see me on the come up. They see me on the rise. Okay, what can we say about Tyson that will try to stifle his influence? And you're seeing now, like, a lot of people are trying to, like, blackball me. They're trying to say, oh, Tyson's sold out to the Jews. He's with Gary. And people are trying to, like, stifle my career by saying that, which is the stupidest thing ever. Gary's just somebody I do content with, and yeah, he's not my manager. You could say he kind of acts like my manager. Like, he does help me out for sure. Like, even just, like, having me in that room with Jack Doherty, I popped off, went viral. Obviously, like, he's assisting my career. He's helping me out. But he's not my manager, you know? So, it's just another stupid thing that people say.
Yeah, are you gay?
Am I what?
Gay.
Game?
Gay.
Gay?
Gay.
No. I am not gay. I mean, there's a lot of theories that Nick might be. I don't really buy into that either. It's like, okay, Nick is dedicated to his craft and like everything that he's doing. Like, why do people care so much about like Nick's like sexuality and sex life? Like, he's obviously helping out people a lot. He's helping out America. That's his whole mission, is to save America. So I think that's kind of crazy when people like throw that personal attack. Like, okay, oh, Nick, you're gay just because you're a virgin. Like, I don't know. I think that's ridiculous. No, I'm not either, of course. I'm a Wang half out here killing it with the podcast and stuff, so.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Nick, it's crazy how immoral the world has become. that they are calling him gay because he's saving himself for marriage.
Yeah, like Piers Morgan too is like, oh, you're gay, and try to like insult him.
Like you should get laid.
Yeah, it's like he's a Catholic, and like isn't Piers Morgan a Catholic too? Like that's probably like, that right there lost Piers the debate. I mean, obviously, okay, he lost on like other points too, but that was like, okay, what the fuck? Like you're a Catholic attacking another Catholic for waiting for marriage? Like that was very lowbrow. That was like a very big like low blow for sure. And I think that showed Pierce's like boomer side. Like that's the one thing, like you're losing the argument, so you gotta be like, oh well, you haven't had sex yet. It's like, what the fuck? It's the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah. Moving from boomers to Gen Z, what would you say the biggest thing is wrong with the Gen Z generation? If anything.
The biggest thing wrong with Gen Z? Shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's probably, this sounds like I'm a boomer saying this, but probably like attention spans, you know?
Yeah.
Like attention spans in Gen Z is absolutely fried to the brim. You got TikTok, Instagram, even myself, like I'll admit it fully, even my attention span's a little bit cooked. Like I'm on my phone all the time scrolling, and it's definitely very, very suboptimal for my fucking mind. So I would say that's probably the biggest issue with Gen Z is just like TikTok brain. Honestly, like you can't focus on something, and that's why I think we have a lot of the issues that we have today is because Gen Z doesn't really care that much about politics. And obviously Nick's kind of helping bring that back a little bit. But Gen Z's attention span is so fried that they see like, okay, our world's kind of like falling and stuff, and they don't care. They don't care because they can't focus on it, right? Like their attention span is so fried. So yeah, I would say that's probably the biggest issue I've noticed with Gen Z. Just like a fried attention span. And I'm not even trying to sit here and say like I'm so much better than that, because obviously I'm part of Gen Z and my attention span is also fucking gone. So is what it is.
Yeah, a good tester to see if you got a good attention span is to try to watch The Godfather. Have you watched that movie?
No, I haven't.
It's like such a famous movie. I just watched it the other day and I was like, man, I had to really focus. Because it's a long, drawn-out movie. It's a good test to see if you still got the attention span of people back then when they made that movie. It's crazy. What do you think is the biggest problem with this generation when it comes to not actually doing good, when it comes to content creation? Like,
what do you mean by that question?
I mean, like, they don't commit. Why do you think they're not committing? Why do you think they're so not going out there?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, just like people don't want to go against the grain kind of society, you know?
Yeah.
Like people are so petrified to not go to college and like take their own path that, okay, all my friends are going to college, my parents want me to go, society thinks I should. Like this is, at this age, the definition of success is going off to college, you know? Yeah. So if I don't go off to college, by definition of society nowadays, I'm not successful. And I guess it's kind of like you got to play the long term as well. Like it's kind of like people aren't going to view you as necessarily successful if you choose not to go to college, but they will in a couple of years, you know? They will in a couple of years. So I don't know. I think it's just like fear of standing out is kind of what makes people like cooked in this generation in terms of like success. Because nobody wants to be like the odd one out of the crowd. Everybody just kind of wants to follow the herd. And I think every single successful person has the same thing in common, that they were kind of like the odd one out in their friend group or like in their city. And it kind of just is what it is. It's like, it's kind of just like a rite of passage that you have to go through. And you just have to be daring and willing to go your own way. And it is scary because a lot of people go their own way into a fucking train wreck and they don't make it, right? So you got to be daring enough to go your own way and smart enough to like have a plan. Like obviously I'm not telling people that don't know what to do to not go to college. Like if you have no idea what to do and you're lazy, unambitious, you don't have like a vehicle to like apply energy to, that, okay, maybe go to college. Even then, still, it's like, okay, if you don't know what you're going to college for, you're going into debt, paying money. It's a big time sacrifice as well. And it's like, I don't know, that's still a scam, but maybe then it's more valid if you have no idea what to do otherwise.
I think another big thing that this generation struggles with is they fear being a tryhard. Have you heard of that term?
Yeah,
That's a bad term. Calling someone a tryhard.
Yeah.
You're such a tryhard.
Yeah,
You know?
no, that's another really, really good point that you make. Like, even people would, like, view me as, like, a tryhard. Like, oh, like, you're trying too hard to, like, sound smart on YouTube, and why are you even doing YouTube, you know? Why do you go to the gym? That was, like, another thing, too. When I first started going to the gym, my old friends, like, thought that was weird, that I was, like, so obsessed with the gym. Because, like, I guess a lot of people that go to the gym get viewed as, like, tryhards, too. Yes, I mean, let's be honest, some of them are. Like, some of them actually are, like, the ones that take steroids and, like, they think, like, everything is about how much you lift. There are some, like, tryhards, I guess you could say, that go to the gym. But no, just trying to, like, better your life, and then people think that you're a tryhard. Like, that's a really good point that you make. That's definitely a big issue with Gen Z, for sure.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I think being a try-hard is actually a good thing, because you're trying hard.
Yeah.
And it's better to try too hard than try too little, because then you won't get anywhere.
Exactly. Yeah. People like to try to like save their aura or whatever, like be nonchalant. I think that's the gayest thing ever. Like that's the gayest thing ever. Try to like preserve your aura. Oh, I'm nonchalant. I'm not trying too hard. It's okay. Well, fast forward 3 years, and you're gonna be fucking nowhere. You know, like you're trying to preserve your aura, and you're not applying any effort into life. Like you're going nowhere. You know, like that's not aura. It's not gonna be aura in 5 years when you're working some shit job and you hate your life. You know, so risk looking like a tryhard and a weirdo and obsessed. Risk looking like that in the short term. So in the long term, then you have a real aura, right?
Yeah.
Like not short term aura of, oh, I'm not gonna try. Like that's gay as fuck. You know, like you gotta, to get anywhere in life, you have to apply effort. You know, that's just common sense.
Yeah, it actually makes very little sense to try to preserve your aura. Shouldn't aura come from doing something?
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Like if you're doing nothing, there's nothing special about you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah. So often, I just like, I hate the way this generation is so much, and that's kind of what I want to save with my content is, to make this generation try, be aware. Be consistent, driven, aggressive, right? And also try, right? Like it's not a bad thing to try. It's not a bad thing to be hated. It's not a bad thing to try to look smart, because you should want to be smart.
Exactly.
Right? So, yeah. Do you do bone smashing?
No, I don't. When I first found clavicular, I was like interested in it, so I think I like tried it for like 5 minutes. But no, I don't. It's actually funny though. I found like an old baseball trophy that is like the perfect thing for bone smashing. I was like looking at it the other day. I'm like, damn, this is like the perfect bone smashing object. But no, I don't do that. That's also gay as fuck. Like
it is. Yeah.
I mean, okay, you should look smacks. You should want to look the best that you possibly can. But I'm pretty sure bone smashing can like do serious damage to your face. You know, like bone smashing can actually damage your face. Like it can make it look 10 times worse than before. So it's like, do you really want to take that risk? Like definitely not.
Yeah.
At least I don't. You know, like why would you? That's stupid.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it's stupid. There was actually, in regards to looks maxing, there was a test done. University 26, I think, Calhoun's Mouse Utopia experiment. I think that's what it's called. Basically, they came up with a whole ecosystem cage that held many rats in it, white rats. And they had an abundance of food, and an abundance of comfort, an abundance of everything. And once it got to a certain point of overpopulation, and it was everywhere, some of the male rats, instead of sticking with their families and raising their kids, like providing for their family, they decided they didn't want to mate anymore. They spent lots of times in isolation and romanticized or fantasized and stared at their own reflections and cared so much about their appearance. This is a real study that was done a long time ago. And they actually became homosexuals. But the biggest thing that I think is interesting is that they hyper-fixated on their appearances.
Wait, why would that make them turn like homosexual? That makes no sense.
Because they cared so heavily about their own appearances that they didn't want to mate with women, and they actually became disgusted with them to the point where they became attracted to themselves, which is so interesting.
What the
I
fuck?
feel like it's a theory to what is going on with Looksmaxers now. I saw a video about that. The theory is that we have too much comfort in the Western civilization that someone like Clavicular is born. Whereas if you're living in the poorest part of Africa, struggling to find food every day, you're not going to care about bone smashing, right? So it's I think that's an interesting theory. I don't know if it's true or not, but
I mean, I'm not gonna like sit here and call Clav gay, because like I don't know, that's definitely not like my line of like fucking questioning somebody. Like I feel like that is like kind of like a low blow thing to do. Just be like, oh, this person's gay, this person's gay. Like I said, they do that with Nick, right? So I'm not gonna sit here and like say that he's necessarily gay, but I think he does a lot of gay shit, right?
yeah.
Putting makeup on your face, like that's shit that like women do, you know, like that is a feminine trait. So I'm not gonna sit here and try to like slander him and say, oh, Clavicular's gay. I mean, he has a body count of like 300 so girls, so he's obviously clearly not gay, but he does a lot of gay shit for sure.
Yeah, well, I think there's a difference from when people say you're gay, like Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, they all say that a lot. A lot of these famous people, Sneeko, they call people gay a lot. And I think what I've concluded on my own is that there's a difference from being gay, like attracted to the same sex, and sharing the characteristics with someone that is gay. And if you share the characteristics with them, then they call you gay, right?
Like Dean Withers. Like Dean Withers is probably not actually gay, but he does a lot of gay shit, so you can call him gay, right?
Yeah, he's pushing it though, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Do you suffer from coinophobia?
I don't know what that is. You're gonna have to enlighten me.
No, I know. Most people don't know what it is. It's an interesting word I figured out. Interesting phobia. It's the fear of living an ordinary or mundane life.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, bro, I just got back from Miami like a week ago, and I'm back in Canada, and it's so like ordinary and mundane. People are doing the same shit here every single day. I felt like I've been losing my mind the last couple of days. I'm just starting to like get my mind back, but the last couple of days I've been like fucking like, oh my god, like what am I doing? Because I went from like the highest of highs, I guess you could say, in Miami to like baseline, and that is terrible. Like, obviously, I went from, like, crazy houses, like, steak, fucking, I mean, being in Miami, right, around, like, like-minded people, back to, like, being in my hometown. Like, obviously, that's gonna be, like, damn, like, that's brutal. Like, this is sad that people, like, want to, like, stay here for the rest of their lives when, like, this exists, you know? Like, once you see this existing, it's like, why would you want to live here? And a lot of people don't understand that because they've never, like, seen this, right? But, obviously, I'm young, but I've been up there already. Like, I've been around the biggest people, like Sneeko, Myron, Jack, Gary. Like, I've been around some of the biggest people in the biggest environments, and it's kind of like, I guess you could say, like, your dopamine gets a little bit crashed, because, like, you go from, like, this to this, and it's kind of like, okay, what the fuck, you know? So, yeah, definitely, I've always had that fear of, like, being average, I guess you could say, and I think that's, like, one of the only good fears. Like, fear in general is terrible, but that's probably one of the only, like, valid fears. Like, that is a fear that you should have. If you don't have that fear, you should have a fear of not having that fear, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that coinophobia, it's a good fear, but also the fear of God is another really good one. Another valid, solid fear to have, for sure. Are you aware of the quarter zip trend?
No, wait, isn't that, like, somebody explain that to me. It's like when black people dress in like a tie or whatever.
Who explained that to you? No,
I can't remember, bro. Somebody in Miami actually explained that to me, I think.
Okay. Yeah, the quarter's the trend.
I can't remember, bro. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion. I saw like, oh yeah, somebody in Miami did explain that to me. It's like trying to like dress white or whatever. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion, to be honest.
Yeah, the quarter zip trend is it's like, I guess a quarter zip is a type of sweater that zips down just a quarter of the way.
I thought it was talking about weed. I thought it was talking about like a zip of weed or something when I first saw it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's like a more elegant type of dress wear, I guess. And it became a trend where all of the like gangsta black people, where they like try to dress like what they would say is gangsta, right? With their pants hanging down, with their YN ski masks, all of that. They decided to switch up the vibe and like dress in more eloquent, well spoken, and like drink matcha and like wear penny loafers and a quarter zip, like trying to like up the class of black people, and like that was the point of the trend. A lot of people are hating on it, but I actually think it's positive improvement for the community.
I mean, yeah, the way that you dress is gonna like have a direct correlation to like how people see you. So
yeah.
I mean, I don't see how dressing nice would be a bad thing.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna move to a segment where you give your opinion on someone. I say their name, and then you give your opinion on that person.
Okay.
So, Gypsy Crusader.
He's a fucking loser. Like, he's funny, but how long is he gonna sit in his room screaming at teenagers on Monkey for? Like, how long is he gonna be screaming at black girls on Monkey until, like, here's a crazy thing, too. He wouldn't go on Fresh and Fit because the panel's black. Like, you're so scared of, like, your fans switching up on you because they see you around black people. Like, Gypsy Crusader is the biggest, like, definition of audience capture. Like, this motherfucker, his audience has him by his balls. Like, he can't do anything without running it past his, like, fans for approval first. And his fans, like, the lowest IQ, like, most, like, I don't like to use this term because it sounds gay to say, but, like, they're actually hateful. Like, his fans actually, I mean, obviously, what audience is Gypsy Crusader going to attract, you know? So, I don't know. I think it's pathetic. I agree with Zerka when Zerka says Gypsy Crusader, his whole identity is like, okay, I got fucked over in the past. Gypsy Crusader is a guy that made his trauma his whole personality. And I think it is messed up what happened to him. He definitely got screwed over. But it's like, bro, you're going to make your whole identity like your past? Like, that's definitely not optimal for your evolution as a soul, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think his content is hilarious. I'll say that much. But
yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I agree.
He's a good comedian. But I do agree. I don't see the purpose of it. Like, I don't see how it benefits society. Right? I don't think it does. But I mean, like, he talks a lot about like not wanting to do this or do that because it's not good for the cause. And I'm just thinking, like, what is the cause to him? Are you a clout chaser? That's another popular thing I see about you.
A clout chaser? Okay, that's the most stupid thing ever. I think that, like, every single, like, influencer is kind of a clout chaser. Like, okay, I don't want to, like, name names, but, like, how did a lot of people, like, start their careers? Okay, well, it was doing things to be polarizing to get attention. Even Tate, like, Tate's obviously a great influence, but you could say he was saying things to get clipped up that he knew would go viral, and other people would be like, oh, you're a clout chaser. So, okay, well, he's doing social media. The point is to get views. Like, that's the stupidest thing ever. Obviously, have a good, like, message that you spread and inspire people. You don't just want to be like an island boy clout chaser, but yeah, like, even in this podcast, I've said things, not that I don't believe, but I've said things in a little bit more extreme way because I know that they'll get clipped. So, calling somebody that does social media a clout chaser is like a compliment, you know? Like, that's just a stupid thing that people will say that are watching from the sidelines, that are trying to, like, rattle you or get in your head, but it's like, bro, you're on the sidelines for a reason, you know? So it's like, okay, you're not doing social media, so maybe, like, pipe down, because, like, you're not even in the game. You're in the audience. You know, you're a fan.
Are you grateful?
Yeah, of course. Of course I'm grateful. I even, like, said this on the pod with Gary, because he was like, oh, like, what is there to be, like, grateful about? Life's a test. And I'm like, there's a lot of things to be grateful about, you know? Just the fact that, like, you're alive, you're breathing. Like, even for me, like, I'm grateful for, like, all the, like, connections I've made, all the people I now know in Miami. Like, I feel like I've almost more friends in Miami than I do in my hometown. That's another thing to be grateful for. Just the fact, like, knowing I'll be back there soon, I'm grateful for. Even Christmas coming up, like, I'm grateful for that. Like, yeah, you gotta find gratitude in everything. So I'm definitely grateful for sure. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't think I should have more, though. You know, like, I'm grateful for what I have, but I want way more, and that's just ambition. Yep. So, yeah, definitely grateful.
Who do you think would win in a fight, me or you?
I mean, I have not seen your physique. How tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
Okay, I'm 6'2". How much?
No, I'm joking. I don't know my height. I think I'm just above 6.
Yeah, because I know, like, Woman Propaganda, he's like 5'7" as well.
Yeah,
and I think Nick's like around that too. Wait, how tall you say you actually are?
I'm just above 6 foot, but I haven't measured since I was 6 foot, so I'm not sure.
I don't know. I mean, I would like to say me. Is this your way of calling me out to brand risk or some shit?
Maybe in the future. I'm not sure.
All right, bro. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I don't know. Like, I can't pick you. Like, I gotta pick myself, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never actually like been in like a official boxing match. Obviously, I've like boxed my
Me
friends.
neither.
and stuff.
So yeah.
But
Oh shoot. Did your computer die? All good, man. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Period. Okay, well, surprising. His computer died. Talking to him here through X. That's too bad. I didn't get to ask all of my questions, but I had way too much to ask in one interview anyway. But yeah, that's Tyson Hockley for you.